lights or grand rising, depending on wherever you are. If you're just about to go to sleep, sweetest of dreams. If you're just waking up, grand rising. And if you're in the middle of one of those hectic days, we got your back. And if you really need a little help, just lean on one of those songs somewhere stuck in your head. All right. So welcome to the Soul family. I'm really, really excited to start this series. The next 15 videos are going to be on inspirational songs because we're at that point. We need a little inspiration, something to push us into that summer love and feeling. And I guess since I'm trying my hardest to feel it, I'm just bringing you guys along with me on the journey. Doug and Jake will be stepping aboard to help me do these lyric breakdowns because they are fun. Like, we're having a lot of fun doing this. However, today I'm going to be doing this one on my own because it's one that I want to break down. It's a girl song. It's something that I'm sure Jake and Doug would have a good opinion of. But this song I would like to do on my own. So let's just start with my basic introduction. Welcome to Face Your Fears Soul Therapy. You know, you claim your destiny when you face your fears. I strongly believe that. My name is Sarah, and I will be your host. Look, guys, the great judgment, as I say every video, is upon us, and it's causing this really crystal clear great division. We have many awake people. A lot of people are waking up, so welcome, light warriors. We have, unfortunately, some people that were, suppressed into the woke kind of stance just due to like a mass hypnosis and manipulation that's being pressed upon all of us. And it's not really your fault. Like, they sell a good story, but some of us bought it for quite a while and we're like, something ain't right here. And and unfortunately with us, the economy kind of like shut and slowing right the heck down. It gave us a lot of time to really research what is going on here. And I think a lot of us started really uncovering some stuff, which this isn't a conspiracy channel, so I am not going into that. I just wanted to say, like, I'm not holding against anyone that's been stuck in this whole woke state and they're just waking up. I think it's fantastic. Every day I see more and more people start going, something ain't right here, right? So it's great. So to anybody who's kind of coming from the other side that would be considered more of a woke, welcome to your recruitment into your initiation. We're so happy to have you as part of our soul family. It's all good. We're here to guide you. And the outlet I'm using on this channel is music. Other people have different outlets, but this channel is strictly about music and how music heals our soul. Okay? And how, like, all lyrics, I'm a writer. I'm a published poet. I know there's reasons why I write every word I write. And some people think, well, that's, that song has no meaning, but there's always meaning behind songs, and that's what we're getting to. So this is like, we're hitting the inspiration series, 15-part series. All right. Now, the completely asleep, I like you guys because you're greenhorns. You're not MK'd yet. It's easier for you to receive insight and wisdom. I have trained thousands of people in kitchens. And, I get these people coming with all this experience. I'm a Red Seal chef or da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what those people are coming with? Bad habits. So for me, the greenhorns, people that would apply and be like, I've never worked in a kitchen before, but I'm really passionate about food. I'm like, ooh, I like you. You're like a, what's the correct term? I know the term I used to use, but I don't know if it's really friendly. You're just a greenhorn. You're not experienced. Okay, you're the virgin of the kitchen. That's what I was avoiding saying. So these sleep, I think, are fantastic because that way you're open-minded to receiving insight and wisdom. And that's what this is all about, receiving wisdom from the people who presented it to us through their creation of music. And a lot of these great artists and bands are getting older, and their songs, the message in the songs are kind of getting left at the wayside, and we need to bring that back up. That's part of the, light illuminating into the darkness. Like this music, we can't let it go. We can't let these people's talents go down in vain. Some of them are still alive, a lot of them are gone, but we got to keep it going, right? So I really want to stress that this channel I have created through peace, love, forgiveness, and compassion. And I do understand with the whole Nikki Sixx Nutty Better, I was fired up because I was just fired up. It just really bothers me that people aren't uniting after everything we've been through after the last 2 years. And I'm sorry if I offended people. But this isn't edited. This is my raw emotions. I guess every video is like a reaction video, right? But in the end, I think that both Motley Crue and Pearl Jam are very talented bands just on their own, and everybody just needs to help each other. The whole thing that fired me up was people are supposed to be uniting and inflating each other, and like, let's bounce off each other. It's like the world should be starting as like a team unit. We really got to team up here. So when people are trashing other artists, like, that's offensive, because every artist has something awesome to bring to the table, and everybody's different and whatever else. I just had to re-apologize, but that's the last time I'm bringing it up, because I just did the video of the interviews I watched, and then I did a follow-up video with, Doug, who is a seasoned musician, and Jake, who is the greenhorn musician. I got their opinions on it. In the end, Doug was right. It's good that Pearl Jam brought up Motley Crue in that interview, because it just made people that maybe didn't know Motley Crue is going on tour, that they're going to be going on tour. And you know what? I was one of those people, and I looked at Doug and I'm like, oh, you're so going to Motley Crue. I've never had the opportunity to see Motley Crue, and I would not have known they were going on tour until what? Until there was this feud between Eddie Vedder and Nikki Sixx. So sweet. It worked for me, right? If it works for me. And look at this. I talked about it in 2 videos. So for whoever's listening to this, you now know, guess what? Motley Crue is going on tour. And so is Pearl Jam. There you go. Okay, back to my long drawn-out intro today. Wow. All right. As I mentioned, this channel is created through peace, love, forgiveness, and compassion. To the trolls, you know what? You're totally welcome. I love trolls. It will be uncomfortable for you if you're just bored looking for someone to troll, because this is actually a really fun station. But there's always the odd person that's trolling because they're actually interested in hearing what's being said. And if this is you, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. I love you too. Just come aboard, listen to what we have to say, and maybe you'll realize that life's a little too short to be wasting your energy on the negative side of the spectrum. See, we have an opportunity in life. We can be the boulder in the water that kind of gets in the way of the flow, or we can choose to be the flowing water that flows around the boulder. So if you are that boulder that's kind of getting in the way of everybody else and being like, I'm going to be grumpy and I don't like life, and I'm going to make sure everybody that comes to my energy field is grumpy like me, right? You want to be that. If you are that boulder today, you know what? Stop, breathe, count to 10, then count from 10 to 1, then count from 1 to 10, and decide, I want to be the flowing water. It's a choice. It's kind of like the same comparison between, is the cup half empty or is it half full, right? So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people don't mean, they're trolling because they're feeling a void. And this channel is about us being able to fill those unfilled voids with great music that is instant nutrition for our soul and our spirit. Oh, it's just warmth to me, right? It's like instant time travel. Okay, you know what? I want to be 16 again. I'm going to listen to some Dina Carter and listen to Strawberry Wine, right? Is that what it's called? Strawberry Wine? I think it was called that. Oh, see, that brings me back to 16, right? You just pick that song that works for you. All right. So as you know what? And as I've said before, I find that my intros are a little robotic and I don't like them. I listen to them God, Sarah, you sound like a nerd, right? So I'm just trying to explain that I really believe this stuff. I feel the great shift upon us. And I know many of you guys also feel it too. Stuff's changing. We're definitely not the same people we once were. And I'm really thankful, because I'm not who I was 2 years ago. We've had to struggle. We've had to persevere. We've had to face the truth that people that we thought were our friends really weren't our friends. And people that we didn't know were our friends, we really actually cared quite deeply for, right? So there is a huge shift. And the tolerable has become intolerable. We've hit this point. There always used to be this gray spot with people, right? There was the black, the white, and the gray. And now we just have black and white. You're either on one side of the spectrum or on another side of the spectrum. And that's got to stop. We need I would say, I'm going to use the term oil slick. I'm sorry for that beeping. Let's go see if we can just turn that off, because it's driving me crazy. Yay. Okay. So I would say I'm sick of this black and white. I'm not talking about people, guys. Don't throw me under that. I'm talking about, life in general. You see things either this way or that way. And there used to be that gray spot where people would be like, I kind of see it this way, but I kind of see it that way. It's just cut and dry now, right? And I think what we need to bring back is oil slick, like an iridescent, where it's just like everybody contributes a little of themselves, but on a love vibration in a good way, right? And that's what I mean with the great shift is upon us. And we're not the same people we once were. And the tolerable have become intolerable. It's just too much extreme. We need love. We need peace, right? People are finding their truths and finding their voices, which I think is such a beautiful thing. Especially because, like, seeing my son, he's a young man, and just seeing his opinions and him finding his truth, and just I'm watching him try and create his self, and it's super cool to see. I love how he's not so cookie cutter. His generation is really cookie cutter, but he's different. Well, the minute I gave birth to him and I looked in his eyes, I'm like, oh, he's an old soul. And he's always been like a dad to me. Like, if I wear a tank top, he'd be like, oh, like when he was 6, he'd be like, you're showing too much boob. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's plus 42 degrees out. I'm hot, But he was always kind of keep me in check, which I found really interesting and annoying all at the same time. Okay, so, and that's the other thing. Picking and choosing our daily battles are really no longer choices anymore. It used to be a choice, right? To pick and choose, okay, what are we going to battle? But now it's becoming a means to a survival. And I just think if you continue to battle every battle, you're going to be exhausted. You just nonstop fighting, right? So you either hit a point where you're like, is this really worth my energy and my focus? And no, it's not worth my time, energy, and focus. So redirect your thought process. And that's why in all my videos, I say, like, let today be the day that you choose not to battle that battle. And, don't react so fast. And if people kind of, they give you the cold shoulder, or they're totally unreasonable and they kind of treat you like absolute crap, let today be the day that you're going to brush it off and say, it's okay, right? It's okay. Like, I'm not going to react, right? And I'll tell you what, when you put your head down to sleep at night, you're always going to feel better that you made that decision to be the bigger person. Like, I just wanted to mention that. Okay, now that I've talked for an insanely long time, okay, I really want to bring up who I'm doing today. Okay, and I was shocked. I've always loved Cyndi Lauper. I mean, always. Cyndi Lauper is my girl. She's just got me through so many hard times. Even She Bop. I don't know if you know that song. We should cover that, but the meaning behind She Bop is quite funny. So, the song we're covering, this is the first of the series of inspirational songs. These are songs that are going to make us just say it's okay. Get our poop in a group. Sorry, I'm having some water if it sounds loud. Strawberries, steeped in water. Everybody, you gotta get strawberries and steep in water. I'm serious. Anyway, so Cyndi Lauper. I mean, I don't remember life without Cyndi Lauper. If you want the truth. And I've always liked True Colors. I mean, one of my favorite Cyndi Laupers is Drive. But anyway. A runner-up is True Colors. And True Colors I chose as part of my inspirational series is because, like, True Colors always gave me that strength to be like, it's okay to be me, right? Like, we kind of go through these phases in life where we put these masks on because that's what we think people want us to be. But the song True Colors is literally telling you, hey, just be yourself. You're the best. You're the best when you're yourself, right? So let's go through the lyrics, and then I'm shocked. There's some amazing facts that I found. Like, I mean, I'm super excited to share this information with you. I'm going to try not to go on too long. So I won't be sharing public comments in this one because there's just so much I have to say. So here's the lyrics to True Colors. You with those sad eyes, don't be discouraged. Oh, I realize it's hard to take courage. In a world full of people, you can lose sight of it all. And the darkness inside you can make you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors are beautiful like a rainbow. Show me a smile then. Don't be unhappy. I can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, you call me up because you know I'll be there. And I'll see your true colors shining through. I'll see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors, the true colors, are beautiful like a rainbow. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, you call me up because you know I'll be there. And I'll see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let it show. Your true colors, true colors, true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors are beautiful like a rainbow. Isn't that just beautiful lyrics, right? Okay, so here's some fun facts. True colors became a standard in the gay community. In various interviews, Cyndi Lauper elaborated that the song had resonated with her because of her death of her friend Gregory Nadel from HIV/AIDS. Cyndi Lauper did not write True Colors. It was the only song she did not write, yet she still had a strong imprint on the final recorded version. The lyrics were written by Billy Steinberg and Tom Kelly, and they were originally written for Steinberg's mother. The definition of showing one's true colors is to reveal one's real nature or character. For an example, he or she seemed really nice until they showed their true colors during like a really bad situation, right? The phrase true colors actually dates back to the 1700s. It refers to the color of the flags so that they would not excite suspicion. True Colors became Cyndi Lauper's second and final number one in the US in 1986, towards the end of 86, I believe. It was a huge international hit, reaching the top 20 in 8 other countries, including number 12 in the UK. Over time, True Colors grew to become an anthem for the LGBT plus community. In 2015, Cyndi opened a shelter for homeless, gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender youth. The shelter was named True Colors. The True Colors shelter is located on West 154th Street near Frederick Douglass Boulevard in Harlem. It's the first permanent housing facility of its kind in the city. It was created by Cyndi, her manager, in the West End Intergenerational Residence, which is a nonprofit focused on housing homeless families and the elderly. Cyndi quoted, "It was because my friend had just died from AIDS. It hit me in a way that I felt this was a good song to sing for the people left behind. So I decided to work on the song, words and the melody. So he came up with da 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 da." And then I realized it had to be a voice that's almost childlike, so it would speak to the basic DNA, the softest, most gentle part of a human being. Then you'd hear a voice whisper to you and tell you, it's going to be okay. I find Cyndi Lauper to be just such an amazing, beautiful person. I've always loved her, but like for real, she just stepped it up when I did that little dive on her, okay? True Colors, it really is the best song for empowering people with strength to be their best authentic selves. And it has been speaking to all outsiders going on for over 4 decades. 1986, 96. Yeah, I'm going into 4 decades on this, right? True Colors by Cyndi Lauper, like I mentioned before, was particularly embraced by the LGBT and plus community. So then I want to get back into this shelter. That's why I'm not going to review comments from the public, because this I was blown away. So I looked up the True Colors shelter, okay? And it said the True Colors United implements innovative solutions to youth homelessness that focuses on the unique experience of LGBTQ young people. Okay. And then it says I'm gonna actually. True Colors United is proud to launch our racially equity toolkit for the youth homelessness movement and beyond. You have to act as if it were possible to radically transform the world, and you have to do it all the time. That was spoken by Angela Davis. True Colors United takes an intersectional approach to racially equity and believes that racial equality is directly tied to undoing anti-Blackness and dismantling white supremacy. We know that race, class, gender, sexuality, ability, and documentation status, in addition to other forms of oppression, are inextricably linked. We believe that rectifying inequalities faced by the most marginalized will make the world a better place for everyone. We're proud today to launch our new racial equality toolkit. We developed this toolkit through the specific lenses of youth homelessness in America, which has a long history of racism that has led to wide-ranging consequences for young people. However, we believe that the topics and concepts covered in this toolkit can apply to all individuals from all sectors, because no American system or institution is exempt from its history of racial inequality. And then it says how it came together. It says work on this toolkit began in the second half of 2020 when the nation was reeling from the impact of the COVID pandemic and the widespread uprising sparked by the murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Job losses from COVID sparked national conversation around housing, leading to the passing of progressive housing policies to ensure people were not evicted from their homes. The cancel rent movement advocates for expanding eviction moratoriums and mortgage suspensions to include the cancellation of rent collections in these times. These movements have inspired new conversations around housing and the human right. At the same time, the youth homelessness movement at large has been moving towards a reckoning. Stakeholders demanded the movement leaders take stock of their role in perpetuating system-wide inequalities and be held accountable for the degree to which they centered anti-racism. Anti-racism is a process, a systematic method of analysis, and a proactive course of action rooted in the recognition of the existence of systematic racism. Anti-racism actively seeks to identify, remove, prevent, and mitigate racially inequitable outcomes, and power imbalances between groups, and change the structures that sustain inequities. This toolkit is our contribution to these conversations, and we hope that users will gain the baseline understanding and vocabulary needed to effectively advance racial equality or equity within their own organizations. True Colors United as an organization had also been moving towards broadening the scope of our work to include not just LGBTQ young people, but all marginalized youth. This required an intersectional understanding of anti-racism and committing ourselves to centering the voices, experiences, and expertise of Black, queer, specifically trans people. But before providing organizations with racial equity technical assistance, we felt there was work to be done internally. Our organizational racial equity journey begins with a series of all-day, all-staff training and grow to encompass a racial equity work group and caucuses for Black and POC staff, white staff, and non-Black staff. The vision statement of our racial equity work group is, True Colors United envisions a world where all people have complete economic and social freedom and no longer experience homelessness, poverty, racism, heterosexism, cisgenderism, or any other form of systemic oppression. Our work was guided and facilitated by outside consultants who had extensive experience leading racial equity training for organizations within the youth homelessness movement. This toolkit is the result of a concerted, years-long internal effort to meaningfully live the values we champion to others. This is our first external-facing resource on the subject. Above all, we hope that this toolkit is a starting point for you and your organization rather than a signal that you have crossed to the finish line. Wow, I am so impressed. So for anybody interested, I'm going to give you the information that's on here. Let's see. There's the about us. Let's see. It just says, we believe in a world where every LGBTQ young person, wherever they live, is celebrated for being their authentic selves. Exactly. Our mission, True Colors United, implements innovative solutions to youth homelessness that focuses on the unique experience of LGBTQ young people. In the United States, 4.2 million youth experience homelessness each year, with lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning LGBTQ youth 120% more likely to experience homelessness than their non-LGBTQ peers. True Colors United is committed to changing that. If we can ensure that services are safe for and affirming of the most impacted young people, we can be confident that they'll be safe and affirming for everyone. We believe that youth homelessness is a community issue. Real change can happen when people come together with a shared vision. We each have a personal responsibility to make sure LGBTQ youth are treated with dignity and respect. Quoted by Cyndi Lauper, co-founder and board member. It said, our story. Over a decade ago, our eyes were open to the fact that up to 40% of the 4.2 million youth experienced homelessness identify as LGBTQ. So in 2008, Cyndi Lauper, Lisa Barbaras, Johnny Podell, and Gregory Lewis founded True Colors United, formerly the True Colors Fund, and went on a different kind of tour, visiting homeless shelters, community shelters, and other service providers to learn all we could about the issue. Communities and youth homelessness service providers want to be safe and welcoming for LGBTQ youth, but often don't have the knowledge or resources to do so, creating barriers for these youth to get the support they need. True Colors United fills the space by offering free training and resources on how to meet the needs of LGBTQ youth experience homelessness. We also advocate in government and media to help ensure critical funding and services for all youth, and create opportunities for youth who have experienced homelessness to be key leaders in the effort to end the problem. Whether you know it or not, you're a part of the solution too. People often think that because they don't work at a service provider, they can't make a difference. The reality is, everyone can make a difference. LGBTQ youth experiencing homelessness interact with more than just the folks working at shelters. They also go to coffee shops and libraries, ride public transportation, use the internet. To put it simply, they live life. We all share the same world. Now, what will you do to make it a better one? Nice, Cyndi Lauper. Oh, I just love her. And then it just has all the board members. Okay, so there's that. And then, so that's about them. It says our issue. It said our issue. In the United States, 4.2 million youth experience homelessness each year. Together, we can change that. LGBTQ youth are 120% more likely to experience homelessness. According to a recent study from Chapman Hall at the University of Chicago, LGBTQ young people are 120% more likely to experience homelessness than non-LGBTQ youth. Right off the bat, these young people are presented with an uneven playing field. True Colors United is working to level the field so that LGBTQ youth are no more likely to experience homelessness than anyone else. We've seen this higher risk reflected in our own research. It's estimated that 7% of youth in the United States are LGBTQ, while 40% of youth experience homelessness are LGBTQ. Okay. It says it's important to create a setting where young people feel everyone is working collectively. And that was a quote by Anthony in 2017. Why do LGBTQ youth experience homelessness? Family conflict is the most common cause of all youth homelessness. For LGBTQ youth in particular, the conflict tends to be over their sexual orientation or gender identity. While rejection is the most frequently cited reason LGBTQ youth experience homelessness, it's not the only one. According to service providers, additional reasons including aging out of the foster care system, poverty, and conflict in the home. Often, it's not one thing that causes homelessness, but a combination of many. I feel that I was placed here on this earth to advocate the best way I can. And that was quoted by Aurora in 2017. She's a production fellow. It says 99% of service providers report working with LGBTQ youth. Nearly all homelessness service providers report working with LGBTQ youth. That means we need to make sure all service providers know how to provide safe, inclusive, and affirming care for all youth. It's all crucial that all levels of government are doing what they can to help fund these vital services and ensure that LGBTQ youth are protected when seeking support. When we center the experience of the most marginalized, we're able to improve the lives of all youth. Quoted by Twiggy Pucci, and she's the program director. It says LGBTQ youth experiencing homelessness have unique needs. While LGBTQ youth experiencing homelessness have similar needs to their non-LGBTQ peers, they also have needs specific to their identities. LGBTQ is an umbrella acronym intended to represent sexual orientation and gender identity, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the needs of each specific identity under this umbrella are the same. Needs of LGBTQ youth. What do lesbian, gay, bisexual, and questioning youth experiencing homelessness need? The service providers we surveyed identified housing and identity-related supports as the two greatest needs for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and questioning youth experiencing homelessness. Needs of transgender youth. For transgender youth, housing was the most frequently cited need, followed by access to transition-related supports. Transition-related supports include access to legal support, name, gender, marker change, access to healthcare specific to transgender youth, access to hormones, and emotional support. I made my future my own. I faced whatever comes at me with no fear. And that was a quote by Bryson in 2017. And he's a philanthropy fellow. I need a glass or a sip. I'm so thirsty. That's a lot of reading. But super cool that, like, you know what? I always wondered what happened to Cyndi Lauper. And I'm so impressed that she's out there just spending her time doing amazing stuff. Good for you, Cyndi. I love you. You're an amazing woman. Okay. Physical and mental health of LGBTQ homeless youth versus non-LGBTQ homeless youth. In terms of healthcare, LGBTQ youth tend to be underserved due to a shortage of clinics and facilities that cater to their unique health needs. And because some healthcare providers refuse to treat minors without parental consent. We asked homeless youth services providers what they thought about the physical and mental health of the LGBTQ youth they serve. Overall, they reported the physical and mental health of LGBTQ youth experiencing homelessness are worse than that of non-LGBTQ youth. Notably, providers were more likely to report that transgender youth experience these disparities. It's crucial that we create safe and affirming spaces for all young people. And that was quoted by Krista Price, and she's an LMSW program director. It says you can make a difference. People often think that because they don't work at a shelter or service provider, they don't have a role to play in the effort to end LGBTQ youth homelessness. The reality is everyone can make a difference. LGBTQ youth experiencing homelessness interact with more than just the folks working at shelters. They also go to coffee shops and libraries, ride public transportation, go to school, use social media. To put it simply, they live life. We all share the same world, and we all could do a better job at making the world a better place for young people. Wow. Wow, I'm so impressed. Okay, so let's see what else is under here. Just for anybody that is interested, right? It says our work, okay? Our work. In the United States, 4.2 million youth experience homelessness each year. We're working to change that. We're creating a world where all young people can be their true selves. LGBTQ youth people are 120% more likely to experience homelessness than all other youth. We believe that when services are safer for and affirming of the most impacted young people, they'll be safe and affirming for everyone. Through a wide array of advocacy, training, and education, youth collaboration, and technical assistance programs, True Colors United implements innovative solutions to youth homelessness that focus on the unique experience of LGBTQ young people. Training and education. We collaborate with communities and service providers to ensure LGBTQ youth experiencing homelessness have access to the inclusive and affirming services they need. We develop and implement systems at the community level to prevent youth homelessness, while ensuring that any homelessness experience is rare, brief, and one time. Advocacy. We work at the federal, state, and local levels to ensure vital funding, policies, systems, and protections are in place that meet the needs of LGBTQ youth experiencing homelessness. Youth action. We collaborate with young people all over the country to ensure that youth-led policies, systems, and protections are in place. Youth are the experts, and together we're working to meet the needs of youth experiencing homelessness. Nice. Okay. What does it say here? Create a welcome. Okay, no, that's just something else. And now we're going to go to our events, right? No, we'll see resources. You can check this all out. This is, again, and then they have like their news. Donate. Okay. Let's see what it says. Wait. Okay, let's go to donate. Let's see where you can donate so I can let you know if you want to donate to this cause. This is an awesome cause. It says Unite to End Youth Homelessness. Okay, so this is where I want you to go because you have to go to their website. So I want you to look up. Okay, hold on. Look up True Colors United. Okay, and then there'll be a hyphen home. So TrueColorsUnited hyphen HOME. Okay, and it will be like the first thing that comes up. If you are in need of a service like this, or you are in need, or someone you know is in need of a service like this, please reach out and look up True Colors United Home. I had no clue. I just thought I would look up Cyndi Lauper and True Colors and see what came up. And I was just absolutely amazed at, like, I just loved her before, but now I'm like, you're just such a special woman. So what we're going to do is we're going to read True Colors one last time and we're going to call her done. Okay. And that I'm so happy I could share that information. And I really hope, even if one person needs that information, awesome. And if there's parents out there that just heard that and your youth may be experiencing this, you know what? Please educate yourself and just be there for them, right? All right. True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged. Oh, I realize it's hard to take courage. In a world full of people, you can lose sight of it all. And the darkness inside you can make you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. Show me a smile then. Don't be unhappy. I can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, you can call me up because you know I'll be there. And I'll see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, you call me up because you know I'll be there. and I'll see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors, true colors, true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. Wow. All right, again, for anybody that needs that information, okay, it's called, like, if you want to know more about that shelter, if you know people that could use information about that shelter, it's called the True Colors, like, just look up True Colors Shelter, and you'll get everything you need, okay? So please, as I say in every video I do, please practice peace, love, forgiveness, and compassion towards everybody you encounter in every situation that's come upon you, okay? And I really thank you for chiming in. If you like this video, please share, like, subscribe, and most importantly, comment. I love comments. I love comments. And hit the notification bell so you know about, whatever videos I'm doing next, because I'm doing another video very soon, probably like tonight. But this Cyndi Lauper True Colors is the first video of my series of 15 videos of inspirational songs. Thank you so much for chiming in. If anybody can use this information, I'm so glad I could provide it. And, research it, check it out. All you got to do is look up True Colors Shelter. As soon as you Google that, it'll come up. It'll have the about, it'll have the homepage. There you are. All right, my light workers, go out there, shed your light, shed your love, and, let this be the day that you don't battle that battle that somebody wants to battle with you so bad for no reason, right? All right, much love, sweet dreams wherever you are, and grand rising wherever you are. We're all in this together, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the soul family. Face your fears, claim your destiny, soul therapy. I'm here for you. Ciao, ta-ta, bye for now.